What's up, you guys? How you doing? Welcome to the post-game show. First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing tonight, brother? Do I have to ask? Like I said to you, good and bad, you know?
You know what?
There's so much to talk about.
We fired. I know I'm backtracking. If we fired Salah 5 days before the 49ers game, and this was the game we played against the 49ers and we lose by a field goal, I say to you, you know what, Kevin? I think we're moving in the right direction. There was a lot to like. There's still a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. But you know what it is, Kevin? I can't say that to you because this is week 6 and we're 2-4 and we're on the cusp of being out of the playoffs instead of being the big dogs in the playoffs that teams are looking up to. But
If you only could have won that game last night, and you
yeah,
had so many damn chances, so many
yeah,
damn chances. Can you
yeah,
kick a freaking field goal?
yeah.
What are you aiming? It's like you were aiming for the post.
Kevin, I said to you after the Hail Mary, I said to you, if
And
this
then
team,
and then I gotta get
yeah,
this out.
go,
And then
go.
what really bothered me was him and Morstead sitting over there like, what are you telling jokes?
Yeah, well, when you're making 7, 8 million a year, then your job is only to kick, 4 times a game. You could laugh all you want. What do you care? No, I get it. And you
Oh, I
see,
missed. Did you
yeah,
see? Did you see him bounce off the post?
yeah. And Kevin, that's the difference. I don't know if players understand what we as fans go through. Like that loss last night, I'm sure every Jet fan
Brutal,
either
brutal,
didn't go
brutal,
either
brutal.
didn't go to bed last night, went to bed extremely late, went to bed angry, woke up this morning tired, has to work a whole goddamn week now, feeling this drain of staying up late last night to watch this horse shit. Because
Mhm.
that's what it was. I
Yeah,
said to you, Kevin, after that Hail Mary, I said, if this team doesn't come out like a house on fire, and you know what? And we'll get to it because it wasn't perfect. The defense actually held Buffalo to 3 friggin' points the whole second half.
yes,
The problem is that Buffalo held it to 3 friggin' points the whole second half.
yeah. 1 and 4 in the red zone. 1 for 4.
Yeah. Kevin, how about in the last 4.5 years, the Jets are, I believe I got this stat right. Please someone correct me. We're always asking for people to tell us when we're wrong. The Jets within their division are 5-21 in the last 4 years, four and a half
Horrendous,
years. That's
horrendous,
disgusting.
horrendous, horrendous.
And in prime time games, I thought I saw that right. 2 for 10, two
Mm.
and 10 in prime time games. Why are you even on prime time games? Yeah. And honest with you, Kevin, and it has nothing to do with the fact that the Mets might play next Sunday night. Why don't they bounce the Jets out of the Sunday night game?
Put it at
Why
one
don't they put the
o'clock.
Chiefs 49ers and do us all a favor?
Put it at 1 o'clock.
Oh my God.
I mean, well, now you gotta get dynamic duo now
Yeah.
is
And
is
now with
back.
Davante
And
here, it's
you,
on.
and you know, I've been waiting for this. I wanted to be excited about this. Can you imagine if we would have won that game last night and this happens this morning?
Yes, we would have been all on our feet. My God, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this push. Woody finally got the last piece that could put us over the top. Instead, you want to know what I think, Kevin? We got this done because the fan base was fucking pissed this morning and screaming for this and been begging for this. Question is we're all excited that Davante's here, Kevin, but can Davante kick field goals?
Well, it's also too little, too late. I think. Would I screamed this should have been done a week ago. He needed to play
Yeah.
in this game last night.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
for whatever reason, it didn't get done, but
yeah.
it
I
needed
said
he needed to play last night.
I said to you, Kevin, that last night was supposed to be the start, the 12 games. The Jets either have to go 9-3, in my opinion, or 8-4. Well,
Hmm.
now they already lost one of these games. So
Got to go
now in
eight
the
and
next
three now.
11 games, they got to go 9-3. They got to go 8-3 in these next
Yeah,
11
yeah,
games.
yeah.
The only
Call
saving grace for us, Kevin, is that our division, just our division, is very weak.
yeah,
Even Buffalo
stinks.
at 4-2 is not that strong.
They should have lost that game last night.
Yeah. And I don't even want to get started on the officiating because I think officiating around the league has been shit. You know?
Listen, I was screaming at the television last night. Are you kidding me on some of those fucking calls? Are you kidding me?
But I don't know if I have the numbers right because
Even the guy that you gave the roughing the passer to said it wasn't roughing the passer,
yeah,
our
no, I
quarterback.
know. I don't know if I have my numbers right because after a while you just get tired of making notes because it's like deja vu.
What's
Penalty,
the point?
penalty, 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 penalty. I said to you after the third quarter, I said, it looks like Ulbrich cleaned this up. 5 penalties in 3 quarters, not bad. And
And then
then
the
what do
flood. And once you said that's like the floodgates open.
yeah, 6 penalties in the fourth quarter. 6 penalties in the fourth quarter alone. That's a penalty every 2.5 minutes that was accepted. That was accepted. There were a few offsetting that didn't get accepted. That fourth quarter was disgusting. I almost felt like, Kevin, as a Jet fan, these refs need to make these calls so we can't win.
Hmm.
I hate to say that. I hate to say because people say, "Oh, you're a homer. That's why you're saying it." But it
Yeah, but
wasn't any better for the
you
Buffalo
never
side
want to
either.
you never want to blame the refs. But holy shit!
Kev, I
On
know
some
we
of
don't
those
want to
calls,
blame the reps. But
phantom pass interference
yeah,
calls, phantom holding calls. What?
Kevin, I know you what you just said. You never want to blame the refs. Okay, it's a game played by humans. Mistakes made by humans. I'd rather keep it as humanly as possible, if that makes sense. But let me tell you something. In a 60-minute game, to have 22 penalties accepted, and I believe it was 13 offsetting, it's
Ins-
35 penalties. That's a
insane.
penalty every 55 seconds.
How many times do you see that many offsetting penalties? A penalty on
Yeah,
you, penalty on you.
yeah.
What?
And then Kevin, the fact that they blew 2 calls that the home office in New York had to call down and say, no, 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 these are the right, this is a touchdown, this is this. This referee crew last night was disgusting.
Yep.
Disgusting.
The Hail Mary. I saw he caught it.
Yeah. He said
No,
they not
no,
see it.
no, no good. No good. What do you mean no good?
Yeah. And then the Gary Wilson touchdown was so obvious that that was a touchdown.
Yes.
So I'm saying,
Yes.
how the hell did this officiating crew call 22 accepted penalties, and I believe, like I said, 13 offsetting penalties or penalties that weren't, accepted? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
35 penalties last night in a 60-minute game.
Incredible. Incredible.
It was almost like this is why I say we're a cursed organization. It's almost like we're not allowed to be in first place. We're not allowed to be a good team.
How do you have a team where the quarterback is 23 for 35, throws for 294 yards, two touchdowns, and one INT in garbage time trying to win the game? Okay.
Mhm.
You have two wide receivers over 100 yards, Lazard
Running back.
114, Lazard 114,
Yeah.
Wilson 107. You got Hall 18 carries for 113 yards, and you lose the game.
Yeah. And Rodgers threw for 294 yards, I think, right? 288 yards, something
Yeah,
around there.
yeah,
Yeah.
294 and
Yeah.
two TDs and one INT.
I'm going to
That's
tell you how you lose a game. Tyron Smith, who looks terrible, having that holding call when Braylon Allen walked into the end zone to give us a 27-20 point lead, 27-20 lead, and we got a fucking holding call that took us from the 1 back to 3rd and 10 at the
how do you
11.
get a holding call at the 3 or whatever?
Kevin, how do you get a holding call on a block, on a run block play that was nowhere near you? All you had to do was stand there.
that,
Your arms and let the guy go around you. Go like this. Make the guy
I
go
mean,
around you.
all right, it wasn't a blatant hold to me. I mean, he's going to get fined. Rodgers called it a phantom holding call. He said there wasn't a holding.
And Kevin, here's another word I never want to hear Jet Brass talk about, because if this word is really going to be used, then tomorrow we should hear three major things. All we kept hearing, you know what word I'm bringing up, right?
Yes, yes. Starts with an A.
Accountability,
Yeah.
accountability,
Yep.
accountability. Well, you want to know something? Kinlaw, see you, there's the door. There's the door. First of all, how does this man get, and I believe it was back to back to back penalties. But the second penalty, why didn't Ulbrich pull him to the side and say, sit down, you need to calm down, son. You need to calm down.
And then you get another one mouthing off to the ref. You get an
After the
unsportsmanlike.
field goal was made,
Yeah.
I know, which is even and it's the stupidest stupid of the penalties. But Kevin, after the second penalty, he should have been taken off the field
Yes.
to calm
Yes.
down, to
Yes.
cool off.
Yes.
So to quote Mike Singletary, I can't coach this man, can't play with this man, can't win with this man. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Three penalties on one dude in back to back to back friggin' plays.
Insane. That's insane.
That's one. That's one. If you're going to really preach accountability, Kinlaw either has to give him his walking papers or he's benched. You got this Brandon McGregor. Try him out. There's another thing. Like, these guys make the team and they sit on the practice squad all year.
And I know the coach said he stood behind them and everything today, but can we bring in another kicker? Can we challenge the leg? Huh?
That was my second
You cost us
accountability.
2 games, or that's two
That was,
games.
and I'm going to say more about that. That was my second accountability. You watch a lot of football, Kevin. I'm not talking you all your life. You watched a ton of football, and I'm sure there are fans out there who watched even more than you and I. There are some teams who go a full year with never doinking the fucking rights. We doinking rights back to back field goals. Have you ever seen that? If this is not a cursed organization, I don't know if what is then.
And when other teams do doink it off the post, it
Goes
goes
the
through.
other way.
It goes through.
Yeah. But Kevin, have you ever in your lifetime seen that? I'm sure it's happened. I never watched a game that happened. Back to back doinks.
Incredible. Like I said, it was like he was aiming for them.
Yeah. Either that or this team is just not meant to win, and there is and if you don't think
Yeah.
there's a curse or something on this team,
The black
yeah,
cloud.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's true, back to back doinks. That would have gave us a 6 point friggin' lead. Now I know some fans are gonna say, Greg, they shouldn't even have been in that position. They should have fucking punched it in. And I agree with that 100%. They should have punched it in. But enough with Greg DeLay. Oh, he's such a good guy. Oh, we love Greg DeLay. Fuck Greg DeLay. He cost us 2 games. See, that's where I'm different, Kevin. Like you asked me, oh, I don't want to see anyone get fired. It's true. I don't. But if we're not winning, I can't root for you anymore. I can't have your back. And I don't have Greg the Legs back right now. Bring in
No,
another kicker. Make this
dude.
guy work this week. Let him show accountability.
That was brutal last night. Those two misses. That was brutal. You lost the game.
Yeah, that's two now. Those are 2 games that might cost us a playoff spot.
You lost by 3 points. You missed two.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what, Kevin? In our pregame, we both no, I picked the Chargers. You picked Denver. You thought they were a better team than the Chargers. The fucking Chargers went into Denver and spanked them. And I look at our team and we scored 9 friggin' points. And yet our defense held them to 10. And we scored 9. And you know, and Kevin, I might be a hypocrite because I did say to you, give Zerline a break. It was 52 yards. Fuck that. You're paid to kick field goals, kick them. Because that kid on Dallas kicks them from 60 yards like they're fucking 2 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in this other. We had that Seabird who's now with the Commanders, I believe. You had a young kid in here.
What did I see today? Mason Crosby.
Hey, anything's got to be better right now, Kev. You got to bring in some competition for Zorlan, or every time he misses, he's going to sit with his buddy Mostyn and go, I missed one. Oh.
get that whole Green Bay band back together.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at this point, bring in Bakhtiari because Tyron Smith is not playing well. Let Fashanu play now. Bring in the rookie. Bring in the
Oh
young
my!
kid. Here's
What
another
if,
thing, Kevin. I'm tired of. Wait, hold on a second, Kevin. I'm tired of drafting draft picks second round, first round, third round, and they don't play.
what about the block he missed for Brees?
Why?
And it gets blown up in the backfield. I mean, you were right there, block the guy.
Yeah. It makes you wonder when a guy has such a high reputation, a good reputation as a good player, when his original team says, no, we're done with him. They must know something, right? Because this is not the Tyron Smith we thought we were getting when
No.
we saw all those highlights and all those great plays when he was with the Cowboys.
Why is it? I heard somebody say today, why is it that no matter what kind of career, excellent career, Pro Bowl player, all pro, they come here, they forget. They forget
Well,
how
let
to
me ask you.
play.
Well, I'm going to make a joke. Is it the radiation in Jersey?
I don't, they
Is it
forget how to
so,
play.
is it Hoffa buried somewhere that's still spilling out those fucking.
I don't know, but it's insane.
So, and we make this joke, Kevin. We make this joke, but yet, what's the common denominator? It's got to be coaching. There's no way these guys forgot how to play football.
And
There's no way.
and what's going to happen this weekend? Davante's going to forget how to catch. He's going to drop. He's going to drop a touchdown in the end zone.
I know what's going to happen this weekend. He's going to be on a pitch count because of the hamstring. So maybe you see him 4 plays. I'm telling you. Because this team is desperate. And Davante, if he's healthy, then put him out there and let him go full bore. We don't have time to
Says he
baby
feels
another
good.
wide
Says he
receiver.
feels good. He's ready to go.
Yeah. And Schifter, I'm not saying Schifter is the be all end all. Announced today he was going to play, that he's
Yeah.
good to play.
Yep.
So, Kevin, if he's good to play, and we're desperate now, all right? We're like the New York Mets. Every game is a playoff game. Keep winning, you have a shot. So the Jets have to treat every game like a mini playoff game.
One game at a time. That's all you
Yeah,
can do now. One game at
but
a time. You got to get back to 4-4. You have to get back
and you
to
have the
four and
perfect
four.
chance to beat
Yes.
Pittsburgh because now they might be going back to Russell Wilson and then beat New England and
Yes.
come back 4-4. You're
Yes.
right. You're right. And then if you go 4-4, in the next 9 games, maybe you go 6-3, 7-2, because the schedule does lighten up. The teams that we thought were good aren't as good.
Including ours.
No, true, true.
But I mean, you know, on the Adams deal, did you see that he lowered the cap? They lowered the cap number to 3.21
Yeah,
mil
you knew
for this
all that
year.
stuff was going to happen.
Two voidable years.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
let's see what they do now. Now, my question is, here we are going into week 7, right?
yeah.
What are you going to get him for a little more than a half a season? What happens next year? Rodgers comes back, hopefully.
Well, there's a lot of speculation. I heard on a few talk shows, a few whispers that maybe this deal was done, and maybe this cap maneuvering of money. And now, listen, all teams do it is because Rodgers said, if you get him, if you bring in Davante, I will definitely commit to another year or two, come hell or high water. Whatever
Yeah, that's
happens
you
this
can't
year,
do it. You can't. I mean, you're back together finally now. You
yeah,
just can't have an 11 game run starting at
yeah.
4.
No, exactly. And let me tell you, I don't know, did you see the two of them on McAfee today?
Yes,
They looked as happy can be.
absolutely, absolutely.
Now, we were talking about accountability, and that we talk about everything. The third guy who needs to be accountable is Mike Williams. How are you slipping? How did you slip on a wide open fucking pass that would have gave us the first down at the 15, 16, whatever it was, 17-yard line? How did you mysteriously fall?
Our feet just went right out from under you.
And
How do
then
you do
Kevin,
that?
Yeah, and then Kevin, I said to you, you know how sometimes you watch a movie and the writers write some miraculous way to win a game that can never happen? The Jets find week in a week miraculous ways to lose.
Mhm.
That ball was an inch from the ground. The defender wasn't even in the picture. He came out of nowhere and caught the ball an inch from killing our game, and he actually an inch from killing the game, and he did.
Yeah,
We
it's
couldn't
incredible.
even live to see a fourth down.
It's incredible. It's incredible, man. It's incredible.
I said to you, I would love to see this team keep the penalties under 7. And at the end of the third quarter, it was 2020. And I said, penalties, we're finally changing it. And then what the fuck? 6 penalties in 15 minutes of football, 6 accepted penalties, a penalty accepted every 2.5 minutes of the fucking quarter. And this Kinlaw should have been out of the game after the second penalty.
And I mean, that last drive, the way the offense was playing,
Huh?
I said we're at least going to tie. He's going to get him
Yeah,
down there. You can see the
yeah,
way they were playing, and you fall down. You
yeah.
fall down.
Well, I could understand if the defender was on him and their feet got touched. He
Nobody
was
near
what? He was
you.
wide open.
Nobody near you. You just fell.
He falls, the ball's about it. And all of a sudden, you saw this ball, blue jersey coming out of nowhere, coming out of nowhere. Boom.
Dives for
Yeah.
the.
Inch from the ground, inch from the ground. Couldn't even have a fourth down. It couldn't hit the ground to give us one more crack at this. You can't write better ways to lose than watching the friggin' Jets. Two doinked field goals back to back. Two doinked field goals.
I don't even know what the hell you say to that.
You know what, Greg, we love you, but we got to bring in some competition. You know what you say? You know what, Kinlaw? We love you, but you know what? You're going to be on the sixth man on this depth chart. We got to bench your ass. Sorry. If you want out, there, see you, though. Mike, you know what? Fix your shoes. Think of something. You want to be here? Come on now. We're paying you good money. We traded for you.
Now I
Let's
heard
go.
he,
You can't be
I heard,
falling.
I heard he was getting shopped today.
I heard that too. I heard that too. But you know what, Kevin? Once the Davante trade came in, someone was going to get shopped. He's probably the easy target right now because he kind of, in Jet fans' eyes, he blew the last 2 games. That
Oh,
interception against the Vikings wasn't his fault, but last night was. How did you fall wide open? And you ran the wrong route or went to the wrong part of the field according to Rodgers, and you still fall down.
I got three goats from last night.
Oops, okay.
Bad goats.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Not
Okay.
greatest of all time. Like
Yeah.
shit. You stunk
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. Give me him.
Obviously, the kicker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mike Williams.
Okay.
Okay, for falling over an invisible log or whatever the hell he did. I don't know what he
Yeah.
did. Come on. My third is my boy Brees Hall. Dude, dude, can you bash the hell out of that dude and just go over the goal line? What are you tiptoeing out of bounds for? Cut it
Kevin,
in. Cut it in. You could have ran it all the way to the corner.
let me ask you 2 questions on that. Do you think he's lost some speed?
Yes.
So let me ask you, is he now a little too top heavy, too little muscular? Although it shouldn't matter. But the other question is, does he have a little nagging injury that we don't know about?
That's uh, that's
Because
where
how did
I'm
he?
going because you saw that when he came down the sideline, he had the speed, cut it in.
Yeah. Why didn't he cut it in? Is there something bothering his knee, his calf, and he didn't make that cut and Duke guy?
I thought he
I,
was gone. I thought he was
yeah,
gone. I said he's
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
Nope. So I mean, there's
yeah,
a touchdown there because you missed the field goal after that, right? You never
yeah,
got in.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I know.
The drop by Wilson in the end zone. I mean,
Yeah,
I know he got the shit bashed out of him, but dude, hold on to the ball.
hold on to a great. But you know what? To Wilson's credit, he came out and said it. He came out and said, he pointed the finger to himself.
Yep,
He didn't do a Zach Wilson and point the fingers this way. He pointed
yep,
it to himself. So
yep.
kudos to him for that. That's why he's not on my list for accountability. Because the
No, no,
last
no,
2 weeks
no,
he played
no,
out of his
no.
skin.
Yes, absolutely. No, I gave you my three, and obviously Kinlaw. Come on, dude.
And you know what, Kevin? For the punt returns and kick returns, in my opinion, I want to see the third running back, Davis, and not Gibson. Gibson, we have to stop Gibson living off of that punt return against Buffalo in week one
Yep,
last year.
absolutely.
He's a nice little player, but he's a practice squad player,
Yep,
you know?
yep.
And the only reason why the Jets want to trade Mike Williams, and this is my take, technically, they want to try to recoup their third round pick
That
back
they gave up
and
for
then
Davante.
and
Yeah.
save some money, but they're not going. They wouldn't recoup that trading Gibson, so they're going to trade Mike Williams.
What the hell is going on with Hassan Reddick? What's going on? You want to be here? You want to be here? He wants to be here for a long time. Okay, well, you could get traded. What?
What I
And they
think.
said, and they said there's a small. Jets have told them there's a small window for you to seek a trade. Well,
I
all right.
understand that, Kev. What I wanted the Jets to say was, how long is this small window? Is it closed?
What I was just going to say. How
When
small
is
is the
it
window?
closed? When is it closed? See, here's what happened. I think the Jets said, this is our final offer, and that's it. If you want to go seek a better offer, try it. But you're not getting one. This is the final offer. So Drew Rosenhaus wants to show his client he's working for him and going to see if there's a trade out there to get this boy some money. And the Jets now, right now, the Jets have the upper hand. We'll see. We'll see because all this kumbaya. Oh, we want to be here. We want to play
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
years with the Jets. We want to do everything to get this done. We're going to
yeah,
be at the game, me and Hassan. We're going to watch from the stands, blah. And then we
yeah,
wake up late last night. We hear now we got a trade window.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me
I
ask you something.
I
Let me
think
ask you.
I think if we would have won last night,
He would be
we
here.
would, he would be here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think the loss, and listen, I can't blame them because that D line puts no pressure on anyone.
Oh, zero.
Drew
Yeah.
Rosenhaus is not an idiot. He looked at his client and said, you know what? I think I could get you more money. This team needs you more than you need them.
Oh, and I'm going to add another one.
Go ahead.
Michael Clemens. Containment? Hello? On the outside? You know that's what they're not throwing the ball. You know that's what they're going to do. You know he's going to take off.
They did what any good team would have done. They put the ball in their best player's hands, and
Exactly.
Josh,
You
and
know
the,
that's going to happen.
And as much, and I want to blame Clemens, and I hope I will never get any clarity, but I hope Ulbrich had a play. It didn't look like anybody was spying, shadowing Allen on that play anyway. And everyone in the stands knew he was getting. Everyone at home knew he was getting it. And here's what I'll say about Michael Clemens, Kevin. And I've been saying this from day one, but no one ever listens to me. I'm old. I'm a curmudgeon. He's not a good player. He's a practice squad player. And I never thought I would say this, Kevin, because you know how I hate them. No, I don't want to use the word hate. I never liked him as a player, but I never thought we would miss JFM. I'm sorry, I got
I
that wrong.
knew that was a mistake. I knew
You
that
said it. You said
him
it.
and
Was
Huff,
never.
him and Huff it was a mistake.
Yeah, to save some pennies, and now we know Hassan. We saved some pennies, but
Yep.
no Huff, no JFM. You went with Clemens. What's that saying, Kevin? What's that saying? Uh, Stupidity or crazy or something is doing the same thing twice and expecting a different result. I
Yeah,
forgot what
yeah. Well,
but you know
yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
yeah. I know what you're saying. That's what we do.
Why do Jet coaches think Clemens is all of a sudden one day going to become Aiden Hutchinson, J.J. Watt? Why do they think one day he's
Not
going to
even
become,
close. Not even close.
Gastineau? That
Containment.
stupidity is doing the
Contain.
same thing over and over and expecting the same
Yeah.
different result. And I'm going to say this again, Kevin, because before I'm sure they put this stat up before some of us Jet fans get on him. Will McDonald has 7 sacks. I think he's number 2 behind Aiden Hutchinson. I don't care. He had them in a 2-game span, and we haven't seen him since. I
Hmm.
said to you, Kevin, yeah, I gave him all the credit for those 2 games, but we have to see this consistently. And the last 2 games, he was nowhere to be found.
Listen,
Nowhere to be found.
and none of it means anything if you're not winning ball games.
Oh,
No,
exactly. Exactly.
there's winning and there's misery. There ain't
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah, but I don't. What I'm my point being is that I don't want to hear about McDonald anymore.
Right. I hear you.
Why?
I hear-
Why doesn't this team know how to draft?
I mean, the only pressure you saw was when we blitzed.
Yeah,
That was it.
and Kevin, this is just me because I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm going to be 55 years old this year. This is going to be my 49th year watching this team. Of course, in my younger years, what did I know? So you don't want to, oh, what did you know at 6 to 15? Probably nothing. I understand that. My point being is that I'm tired. And and the reason why I'm bringing this up because as much as we all love Quinnen Williams, I love him. You love him. Jet Nation loves him. He's the nicest guy. When is he going to have the 4-sack game? When
You
is
gonna
he going
show
to
up
have
ever?
the
Well,
3-sack game?
I heard he it does not gets double teamed every play, double teamed every play. What I heard. The,
And you know what? And that's probably about that. I said, me and you are not X's and O's guy. But then if that's the case, bring in a powerhouse defensive end over the summer. Or draft one of these kids over the summer. Every other team seems to do it. And Kevin, you can't tell me we all kid around and we say a curse, a curse. It's got to be a curse, or it's just got to be the coaches the Jets hire. Because you know what? Dan Campbell is doing wonderful things with the
but
Detroit Lions.
how many coaches can actually suck like this?
Every
If
coach who
they
comes to
if
the Jets.
okay, but look at Bowles. At least you're winning down in Tampa.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it can't be. It can't be. Look at Pete Carroll when he left here. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They can't all suck. They'll probably go somewhere and win.
Well, then what does that tell you then? Then that tells you Joe D is not bringing in the right guys, right?
I guess. Or there indeed is a black cloud curse by the likes of Joe Willie making a deal with the devil.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you laugh, but holy shit.
Because we look, and I'm going to name a couple, like I just mentioned Detroit. What Dan Campbell is doing down there is friggin' incredible. And listen, he's got a second-hand quarterback too, so you can't even say, oh, they got the quarterback. They got a second-hand quarterback who the Rams didn't even want.
I don't know, man. I don't
Wait, I'm going
know.
to keep going. You got DeMarcus Ryan, I think that's the Dakota, and the Houston Texans, and that team is on the rise in his second year, and we're still fucking pitter-pattering. We can't make the playoffs. And now you got the Falcons on the rise with a second-hand quarterback in Cousins. You
Yeah,
got the Commanders with
yeah.
Dan Quinn on the rise. I don't know what's going to happen the remainder of the year with that team, but that team just gave the Ravens a hell of a game, and that team is on the rise. And here we are, the New York stinking fucking Jets with the greatest quarterback out there, and we still look like balls.
Sucking as usual.
We still look like balls. And yet
Sucking as
this fan
usual.
and yet this fan base with the rose-colored glasses and oh, we got this guy, we're gonna be patient. We're only 2-4. No, I'm tired of being patient.
No, you should have won that game. We should be ecstatic today. And then you wake up to that news this morning.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I can't even imagine.
Kevin, you want to know what
What
that
what
tells
a
me?
day what a day this would have been if being a
Exactly.
Jet fan. Yes.
Exactly.
And I mean, I've been like I said, I've been waiting for this move forever and not even excited about it.
This move
Why
happened for two reasons.
why
Because
should
Woody
I
said,
be?
yeah, well, this move happened for two reasons. Because Woody wanted to divert all the fucking bullshit the Jets were going to hear today in the paper. And he said, just get the deal done. Just as the deal, just get it done. Just get it done. We need it. Because this deal should have been done 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, last week.
He should have played last night.
I can't anymore, Kevin. Like I really like I love this team, but this team does this to us all the time. All the time.
Well, it's like oh, you always have a day late and a buck short.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
Always like again, this deal should have been done last week.
Yeah.
He should have played last night. And
What
like I
what's the
said, for whatever reason, Raiders wouldn't agree to the terms, whatever. But
what's the saying? One step forward, two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. That's the Jets. That's the
now,
Jets.
now you go to Pittsburgh, where they're 4-2, right? Right?
Yeah. You know what, Kevin? The and this is just Jet law because this is how it works, and you know it. We said on our pregame, I said to you, Kevin, two things are going to happen. We're either going to win the Buffalo game, be in first place, be on this high horse, feeling good,
And then
and
go
then go to
take it. Yeah.
Pittsburgh and lose and be back in second place. Or the other thing is we're going to lose to Buffalo like we did. We made the signing, beat Pittsburgh, think we're great again, and lose to fucking the
And
Patriots and be
go
back in the same
lose up
boat.
in Foxborough.
Yeah, and be back in the same boat.
No.
Because that's Jet law.
Listen,
That's Jet law.
you got to win Sunday or that's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're we're
I
we're
don't think
six.
there's no coming back from 2-5, I don't think.
Yeah. We're 6 games into the season and we already have a 3 game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
6 games and we already have, and if we lose Sunday, we're on a 4 game losing streak and you can kiss everything goodbye.
Yep, that's it.
You can
That's
kiss
it. So
everything goodbye.
now that's what tells me there has to be something else in the works with Adams beyond this year. Because what if you lose Sunday?
Well, that's what I'm saying,
It
Kev.
just goes into the abyss and that's it. Everybody leaves afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. I think what got this deal done. I don't know if maybe before the game, after the game, Rodgers said, listen, you want me here another year or two? I'm willing. Bring in my boy Adams. Bring in the guys I want now.
Hope so.
Would you be surprised if they freed up this cap space? And I'm just talking out of my butt. What do I know? Maybe another old lineman. Maybe you bring in a Bakhtiari now. Can he
Maybe.
be any worse than what we're seeing?
No. Well, I mean, I guess if he laid down,
He knows the cadence. He could probably help the O line.
I mean, some of
Because
those.
it doesn't sound like the Jets are going to make any more coaching changes. And our offensive line coach needs to go. We said this last year about him. The Tennessee Titans told us he was a bum, but yet we are still here with him.
I thought he called a good game down there.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about the O-line coach.
No, I'm just saying. You
Well,
were
I think
talking
Tommy
about our
called a great
coaches.
game.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Yep.
Listen, the coach can only put you in the positions. You have to make it
Oh,
work. And Kevin, technically, Kevin, we kind of won the game if Tyron Smith doesn't have that stupid ass holding call and the Braylon Allen touchdown is negated. We would have been up 27-20. The defense was playing well the second half. They gave up
yes.
3 points to a Josh Allen team.
Yep. Yep. Who had
He
no
had the
cook?
game.
Who had no cook?
Yeah.
No cook.
Yeah.
He started running backs out. I
Yeah.
figured, oh, good. Oh, all right. Then I got to watch Ty Johnson ripping off run after run after run, saying,
But that interior part of the line, like we need faster linebackers. We need, I don't know. I don't know anymore, Kevin. I don't know. What are we going to say? The problem is, Kevin, we'll come on next Monday and they'll win and we'll be all giddy because that's what this team does to us. That's what this team does to
Roller
us.
coaster. And then
Yeah, it's
listen,
the
we
false
can
hopes.
we can only hope we come on giddy.
Yeah,
And
true.
not that's it. That's
Yeah. Because if you couldn't stop Buffalo last night that they sacked our quarterback 3 times, what is Watt going to do?
better figure it out. You better figure it out, man.
Kevin, maybe you know more than me. Like I said, I'm not an X's and O's guys. I watch a lot of football, and you see the big defensive end guys, Hutchinson, Watt, name whoever. They move from opposite sides of the line. Do we do that with our Ds or our defensive ends? Or do we just put them in one plop space and say, do it our way or it's our way or the highway? Because that's what seems like how we coach. Our way or the highway.
No, I don't think. I really don't see us do that. No, no.
Anyway, Kev, that's it for me on this game. Another disappointing week. Here we sit. We
Well,
have a great
and
quarterback.
then I'm like, I forgot to get to this. Then I'm like, oh, imagination, flea flicker, yeah, sack. What? What?
Sorry. Still a little under the weather. Yeah,
Holy crap!
I know. I know.
I'm like, whoa,
I know.
nice flea flicker, yeah, go, sack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never saw many of those flea flickers get a sack. But this is
Oh,
the Jets. This is the
no,
Jets. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
Holy shit!
I know. Anyway, Kev, that's
So
it for me.
we
This is
move
a
on to
broken
Pittsburgh.
record.
Yeah,
This is
on to
a
Pitt. Moving on to
You see
Pittsburgh.
everything
Oh,
we
that's
said.
another thing. That's another thing. Moving on to Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was on the Eli and Peyton thing, Belichick,
I don't even listen to those two.
shredding Woody Johnson and the organization.
Well, he hates
Shredding them.
Woody. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
You
I
know,
know.
the owner's the owner over there. He does his own thing, aim, shoot, fire.
I know. I heard some of the comment. Fuck Belichick. I could care less about him. Shouldn't he be taking his Viagra and screwing his 24-year-old girlfriend instead of being on with the Manning brothers? Come on.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Can't make it up, man. You can't make it up.
Not in Jet Nation, you can't. Not in
So
Jet Nation.
get your terrible towel ready, and I'll see you in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Get ready to blast Renegade, fourth quarter. Oh, Jet fans, I'm in fear for my life.
Yeah, I think maybe though on the financial angle of it all, the sporting bet thing, Davante Adams anytime touchdown scorer Sunday could be a lock.
Mm.
With that, I mean I don't know what the hell else is there to talk about.
Nothing. Nothing.
Doink,
Yeah, doink. Sorry, the Jet, that's the perfect Jet season. Doink.
yeah, doink.
Back to back doinks.
Did you hear how loud it was?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Mm.
Well, all right,
Yeah.
let's go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. On
See
to
what
Pittsburgh.
happens. On to
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. All
Uh,
right, you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you for the pregame sometime. We'll talk about what the hell's going on. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later. Until then, jet up. Have a good night.